Hello, everybody. Hi, Billy. Hi. Hi. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? What on earth? What could you be? Why are you so? Love you. He's like, and I love treats, Mom. He has been on my tail all day long. All day. Like, so I just got these down because he will not eat the freeze-dried stuff. And I have not had a chance to get these down. Oh, hi, Earl. You too, huh? Hi. Hi. I'm feeling a little crowded here, guys. I'm surprised Tiny Kitten isn't up here as well. Oh. Can I get it open? Jeez Louise. I don't. He's taking them right out of the thing. He's not even waiting. He's like, I don't even care. I'll eat the plastic. Oh my. Oh, can I get a couple for Earl? Can I get in there? Jeez. Here, Earl. You have a few. Billy, you have a few. Capping it. And then there's Ava. Ava is going to have her salmon flavored Wilderness Blue Buffalo Trail Treats. I don't even get the bag zipped up before she's back up for more. Oh. If they weren't so spoiled. Hi, Earl. You did not eat your pile of treats. You go eat your pile of treats. Oh my. It's amazing I get anything done around here. I really don't, actually. I did manage to get the wall carpet up. So now they can scratch at the walls and climb the walls. And, you know, the whole idea was for them to climb the walls instead of driving me up the walls. But that hasn't happened. Oh, Billy has eaten his pile of treats. And now he's on to go try to steal Earl's. Aren't you? That's what you're going to do. That's what's in that little pea brain of yours. Yeah, I can read your fluffy little mind. Nothing in there but dust and fluff. See? Came right out the other side. Move. Move. Move your fur butt. Thank you. Hello, Jerry Matthew Boyd. Hello, Nina Laura. Hello, Buzzy Pug. Buzzy Bug. Ava wanted in on that one. Hello, Purple Kim. Ava, settle down. Settle down, baby. Hello, Eileen and Carlin. Hello, C-Rex. Hello, Michelle Moreland. Hello, Charlie. I did not wake up with a Charlie horse this morning. I did not wake up this morning either. I didn't get to bed until 4 a.m. and apparently that means I sleep until the afternoon. and I had such a bad migraine. Like it was weird. I've not had a caffeine headache before that I can remember. And everything was moving but me. Like I was trying to be still, but it felt like I was doing this, even though I was sitting completely still and my head was throbbing. Like my eyeballs were throbbing. And I'm like, why does my head feel like this? And then I remembered that I had 0 caffeine yesterday. I'm like, oh, that's a thing, isn't it? So I promptly made coffee. And yeah, I've not been myself today. I struggled today. Hello, Manny. To you too. No, don't. Don't even. Do not start with that. You've got to be kidding me. I am not connected to... Hold on. Whoa. Yeah, get out of here. Okay. No, I'm not connected to that. I better not be. Hello, Mortimer Duke. All treats are good treats. They are showered with kisses and pets and scritches, and my leg is, oh man, I wish I could show you. Like my whole leg is polka dotted from Earl tapping at me with his claws, because that's how he asks for scritches. Like at first I thought it was him asking for treats. But I'll put treats down and he will give them to Ava. Like quite literally give them to Ava. He just wants scritches without the effort of jumping onto the desk. Hello, Nigel1701. I have missed you. I haven't heard from you in so long. I hope you're doing well. You and Dad and everything else. Oh, they heard the hello and they know that means treats. Hello, Spider-Man. Hello, Joey Bag of Donuts. Motor Earl or Corn Earl? My accent is better than that. I don't speak like that. It is neither motor oil or corn oil. It is Earl. It is the Duke of Earl. Earl Grey the cat. If we're playing Wheel of Fortunes before or after, or before and after, it would be Mortimer Duke of Earl. Oh, you're so goofy. Yeah, right, right. Hello, Wolf Lord Lover. How you doing, sweetheart? Ooh, a new one? I can't wait to see it. I loved that camel one you made. That was so beautiful. Hello, Iron Mother. Oh, that might have been part of it too. We went from like 40 degrees to 80. We literally hit 80 yesterday. And today we're back to 40s. Welcome to Wisconsin. If you don't like the weather, wait a minute, it'll change. We get all 4 seasons in one day. And I know you're my neighbor, state neighbor, so you probably deal with the same kind of BS. Nope. I'm not surprised you're here. You love us. And you know we love you. Oh, thank you. I haven't been in Discord today, or for a couple of days. I've been not ignoring it, but like I said, I have not been myself. Like, you guys see me all happy and chipper, but that's just because I'm with you guys. I've had a rough couple of days. Hi, Tiny. How you doing, baby? Oh, my baby girl. Mwah. Hi, are you here for treats too? Would you like some treats? Yeah. Do you want these treats? Hey, do you want these treats? Yeah. Should I give you a big whole whopping handful? You want to smell them first? There you go, sweet princess. Oh, I see you over there. Go get him. Those were supposed to go over your head. You weren't supposed to catch them all. Let's try this again. Oh my goodness. I'll have to go back and watch that. Oh, you goof. Oh. All right, I think I got everybody. Let me see here. Hello, Dark Zoomy. All right. So, I overdid myself today. Well, not overdid. I outdid myself today. Um, Mark Adi, I haven't seen you for so long. How you been, sweetheart? Good to see you. Okay, so I went back in the archive drive and looked for things. And there was one episode that I really wanted to play it, but the judge mumbles really bad. And I used all of my enhancement tricks and I couldn't get it super clear. So I spent a couple of hours closed captioning it personally. So it's not perfect and it's not like I don't know how they do it like on all the body cam videos and stuff. I mean, they make it so good on those things, but I did the best I could and I hope it works out. Sometimes when I put in things that are time sensitive, like when I export it, they move. So I'm really hoping that everything's stuck in place. I'm going to try. It kind of is. It kind of is. And it's really it's only about this much of it. That's like super great, but I have to make everything audible for you guys. When it's if I want to play any of it, it's got to all be decent. So, I hope you guys like it. If not, I tried. If not, you can watch the cats. And then after that, we have an FTC, just 2 hearings, but good ones. And yeah, I did a whole bunch of stuff today. I hope you guys like it. Hey, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't knock stuff off my desk. Thank you very much. Not my fault that it's so cluttered and cluster messed right now. Okay, it is my fault, but not my fault.
Good morning. Your name, please?
Program Dixon.
Just a second, please. Yeah, you've been charged with promoting because you contraband possession of product drug. This matter we will form public defender's office to represent you. Adopt recommendation pretrial services, release supervision pretrial services, further enhance supervision programs, to maintain contact with pretrial services, comply with any request they make you. Additional beneficiary in the Smart Court, which is a drug alternative program. From the court date of May 14th at 9 a.m. in the Superior Court, which is 10. Finally, on such a court date of May 28th at 1:30. However, that may go away depending what happens on the 14th. We also have some misdemeanors we have to deal with. We have misdemeanor charges, first of all, from March 30th, 2023, shoplifting and paraphernalia with the failure to appear. Charged on June 13th of 23, shoplifting, criminal damage, disorderly conduct with the failure to appear. Charges from February 17th, shoplifting with the failure to appear. Charges from September 9th, paraphernalia with the failure to appear. Charged on December 25th of 2022, trespassing with the failure to appear. Charged on January 25th of this year, paraphernalia and possession of controlling drugs with the failure to appear. City court charged and holding a bond of $750, appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. And you'll be seen again on these charges on May 13th at 1:45. Do you have any questions?
Any questions? Yeah, so can I still get out today?
If you post the bond, you can.
Well, sir, I have like really some really important things going on, and if I don't get out, my kids can die.
Well, ma'am, discuss with your attorney. You've never shown up to court when you've been released, so no.
Well, because they
what? Discuss with your attorney.
die. If she doesn't get out, her kids can die. But she said that so untruthfully. I mean, I'm sorry if I don't believe her. But, I mean, if my kid was pending doom, I think I would be a little bit more concerned.
Are you Michaela Phipps?
Yes.
We're on the record in case number 24-1619SM. You're appearing for arraignment purposes this afternoon. You're appearing with Ms. Mistely, the defense attorney available through the Indigent Defense Counsel, here to assist you. And Ms. Mistely, did you have opportunity to review the allegations on the complaint, nature of the offense, and the possible maximum penalties with Ms. Phipps?
I did, and we will waive a formal reading of the misdemeanor complaint and our pleas of not guilty and request the assignment of counsel. We are not requesting a PR bond as Ms. Phipps is being held on another matter. Thank you.
In order to complete a petition for a court-appointed attorney, I need to place you under oath and ask you some questions. Would you please raise your right hand? And you swear that the information you're about to give me will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Ms. Phipps, what's your phone number?
I don't really have a phone number right now.
What is your mailing address?
Highway 31.
And what city is that in?
Traverse City.
Do you use an email address?
At Gmail.
Are you renting, purchasing a home, or living with others at that one address?
I rent, but I live with others.
Are you working?
Not currently.
Are you receiving any sort of assistance or income?
No.
Do you own a vehicle?
No.
Do you have any money in a checking account or savings account, any cash on hand?
No.
They will appoint an attorney for you. The next step in the process, the pretrial conference in this case, will be scheduled for April 2nd. It's at 9:30 a.m. Are you serving a sentence right now? Do you have an out date?
Yeah. Not till September.
So we'll indicate that on the petition for the court-appointed attorney. So bond has been set in this case, and Ms. Phipps, I want you to understand how important it is that you are in compliance with the terms and conditions of the bond. Even though you remain incarcerated, the terms and condition of this bond are in effect, are meaningful, and you could be violated if you violate any of the terms or conditions of this bond. So most especially with regard to the no contact order. No contact means no phone calls, no messages through other people, no mail. You may not text message nor through any social network have any contact with Pedro Mata. So, Junior, you cannot use another inmate's phone to make phone calls, especially with regard to any information regarding Mr. Mata. So you can't call family member and ask about him or ask to pass a message. I want you to understand how important it is that you understand the no contact order is in effect, even though you remain in jail. So you understand that.
Yes, Your Honor.
It is a court order. We'll let your attorney know that you are in jail until an out date sometime in September. The pretrial conference on April 2nd. 9:30 a.m., but you'll hear from your court-appointed attorney before then. Do you have any questions?
No.
Ms. Mistely?
Nothing further. Thank you.
So for right now, then you are all set. Thank you, Ms. Phipps.
Thank you.
All right, we'll call the case of People versus Michaela May Phipps, file 227732 FY1. It's the date and time of a probation violation hearing. So Ms. Phipps is here by Zoom from the jail. Ms. Jacobs is here by Zoom for probation. Mr. Conley is here by Zoom as Ms. Phipps' attorney. So as to the hearing then, Mr. Conley, how would Ms. Phipps be proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. So there's 5 separate violations alleged here. 2 of them cannot admit because of the basis of new charges, but 3 of them she can. So would you like me to go through them in order, Your Honor, and determine how you want to?
I'm looking here. Well, I suppose she could. Well, I don't know what happened to the cases way back in April of 23.
They just started this. I just got to.
So. Are you representing her on those?
I am, Your Honor. So they assigned me the 2 new cases as well as the probation violation. That's why 2 of these basically relate to the 2 new, both the 2 unresolved matters. So I didn't want her to comment on anything that could be used in her other case. So, so if I start from the beginning, Judge, she will admit that on July 4th, 2023, the first of the alleged violations, that she did have, pardon me, contact with the victim. She can admit that she did not do any daily AM PBTs since May 6th of 2023. That would be the 3rd violation. She'll also admit that she has failed to make any contact with probation since May 6th of 2023, that being the 4th. The only ones I see issue with, Your Honor, are the 2nd one, which indicates that she acted in a violent, threatening, intimidating, harassing manner towards the victim on July of 2023, and that she has violated new criminal laws on April 26th and 27th. Bench warrants have obviously are no longer in existence because she's been picked up. So I just want her to stay away from discussing any of the any facts that might relate to the new charges. But the 3 that I mentioned, certainly the violating no contact, failing to do PBTs, and failing to make contact with probation, those 3 she can admit, Your Honor.
All right. So Ms. Phipps, you wish to waive a hearing and admit those 3 violations that Mr. Conley just mentioned, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, I think she can admit she was arrested.
She can. We discussed. Yes, Your Honor. She can admit she was arrested. We discussed that at the jail. I just don't want her discussing any of the facts, but she was in fact arrested. Correct, Ms. Phipps?
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, except for the pleas, we won't do anything with the acting in a harassing, violent way toward anyone because that's part of a new domestic violence charge. Okay. So the 4 pleas are accepted. In terms of sentencing, then, are there comments, Mr. Conley?
Yes, Your Honor. Obviously, as you kind of noted here, the bulk of this conduct seems to have occurred in 2023. She's been gone for quite some time, no contact, and almost a year with probation. Well, not quite a year, but 10 months. During that 10-month period, other than the charges that she basically was picked up for and earlier in the year, she seems to have of late been remaining out of trouble, Your Honor. She and I had a talk in the jail about, what was the basis for not completing probation? What was the issue this time? Previously, she'd done well on community corrections. So I was trying to figure out with her what was going on here. She indicates to me that she believes and that she may have suffered from postpartum depression and some psychiatric issues. She has, without my advice, reached out to the jail staff for some psychiatric help. I think that that may be the underlying problem here, the underlying issue here. And so it's a good step for her to reach out and look for resources to help her with that. And those resources would have been available through community corrections. However, unfortunately, at that time, she did not take advantage of them. However, now, Judge, I'm hoping that she might consider, obviously, that there's no point in keeping her on probation in this matter. She's likely to get probation or potentially may get probation in one of the 2 new matters. However, one is driving without insurance. That's likely not to result in probation. The other, a domestic violence, if it's a first, is a 93-day maximum misdemeanor. So the question becomes, if you want her to stay on probation in one of those, in the new assaultive case, which probably, or give her community corrections, then what do we do with the jail sentence now? She's already got 120 days in as of March 1st, so she's got a few more now. I'm asking that you consider giving her the 180 days that she was originally sentenced to, and terminating this probation. And then she'll have an opportunity potentially to be on probation in one of the new cases, or if she chooses to not be. But I think 180 days in jail was what she was given. And obviously she didn't comply with her ends of community corrections. So it's an appropriate sentence. But again, her reaching out to get some psychiatric help, I think, is a good start. I hope that she's able to at least get that started in the jail and then continue it when she eventually is released. She does have children she needs to take care of. There's been communication, obviously, from the jail. It's documented pretty thoroughly here in the probation violation report. The communication with the victim is regarding their children. And so I explained to her that one way we could have asked, or we could ask now, is to permit electronic communication by text.
Oh my gosh, see, Rex wins the internet. That is the perfect description for that hairstyle. And now, how many of you believe that her phone calls that she was ordered not to make, by the way, we all heard it. How many of you believe that that's all regarding the children and only the children?
Or email only and only relating to issues of child custody, so long as the contact remains in place. It's my understanding that the jail does now have the capacity, Your Honor, for inmates to send text messages. So that being said, she could still know what was going on with her children without obviously placing an actual phone call and further violating the court's order of no contact. So again, I would ask that you consider the 180-day sentence, Your Honor, and allowing some sort of electronic communication for child-related purposes only while the other two cases are being resolved.
All right. So thank you, Mr. Conley. However, I was just received information that there doesn't look like there's an active domestic violence case in our electronic file. Have you been appointed?
Yeah, I have to pull it up here. She's got two new cases. They're both misdemeanors. I thought maybe is it an assault and a no proof of insurance? I thought it was a DV, but I could be wrong.
No, the two cases that I can see currently in the system that she's been arraigned on, they're both set for pre-trials on March 21st. One file is a drove with license not valid or improper and a count of operating without security. The other file is an operating without security. It's possible
okay.
that a new domestic violence charge is pending, and that is what bond is. It does indicate the recommendations here by probation indicate that bond has been set on a domestic violence case. It's possible that it hasn't yet been, the complaint hasn't yet been signed, so it's not in our system.
Okay.
But she does have a bond for a new domestic violence case.
Okay. All
Then
right.
I would ask you, Your Honor, depending upon what Your Honor determines as an appropriate resolution today, that if she's in jail, obviously, I just want to make sure she doesn't have PR bonds and any other new matters that she would not be getting credit for.
Doesn't look like it. Let me just double check. So there's a 10% 1,500 bond, and then another one.
I think I looked online and it said there was $2,000 in total bonds for the pending matters.
It looks like both of the new files have $1,500 10% bonds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, the magistrate would have done that. Magistrate would have recognized the situation and set low 10% bonds to give Ms. Phibbs credit. Okay. So actually, Mr. Conley mentioned domestic violence first. Was the new charge. Well, because there's not a complaint, I'm sure it's going to be domestic violence second, because
yes,
it domestic violence. Yeah.
Yeah, it very well may, Your Honor. That I understand that. In which case,
so
it would be 1 year. So.
Yeah, it'd be 1 year. So, you're on probation here for domestic violence first, which is serious enough, and attempted interference with an electronic communication device. This says causing injury. That's a 1 year. And you bring a fairly lengthy prior criminal record to court with no successful probation completions. Anyway, Ms. Phipps, are there any comments you want to make?
I just believe I am going through postpartum. I have a 3-month-old child at home, and both times I've got a domestic, my kids have been 3 months old. My son, I have been to get a domestic, and then now my daughter. Corrections really did help me. I did complete corrections with Ms. Dumond, and it did help me. I just didn't realize what I was going through at the time. So if that is an option, I also did fill out paperwork for jail diversion, but we have not heard back from them.
Oh, is that how postpartum depression works? At 3 months, you get uncontrollably violent and you don't realize what's going on until you're incarcerated and then you self-diagnose? Okay, good to know. Good to know. I'll pass that along to the medical team. Great info.
So I just don't want to walk out of jail not on probation or a resource that can I want to be able to get help from either whether it's corrections or probation. I don't want to walk out with nothing, if that makes sense, Your Honor.
Well, it does, but it looks like you've had enough chances here. I mean, a lot of chances. Is CPS involved with your children?
CPS is not involved, Your Honor.
Who is taking care of your children?
My father's dad has my children. Or my kid's dad has them.
Where's he?
He's in Traverse.
Well, why isn't he taking care of the kids?
He is, Your
He
Honor.
does
The father of the children, the victim in the DV case, is taking care of them. That's why the phone calls keep coming from the jail. So that's why I suggested potentially electronic, meaning typed communications only, so she can still know what's going on with the children, but not be actually contacting and making actual phone calls to the victim. They can't. Well, they're monitored from the jail. Obviously, they can listen to them, but still, at least if it's written only, that text could easily be reviewed.
Well, okay, so I misunderstood you. I thought you said the children's father's father had the kids. Is that not the case?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So, has anybody listened to the jail calls? I mean, I don't know what they say. It's real easy to say, well, I was calling about the kids, and if that was the case, and she knew she couldn't contact him, maybe she should have contacted her probation agent or Mr. Conley and said, look, I have to talk to him about kid-related issues. I'm not sure that that's the case. Ms. Jacobs, do you have any info on that?
I did listen to the calls. They are not entirely about the children. She was told, excuse me, by Magistrate Rogers when she set the conditional bond in the domestic violence to not call him. She has called him since that date. I spoke to her in person on the 29th and told her to stop contacting him. She continues to do it. She used another inmate's phone over the weekend after her calls have been blocked and restricted, and continues to call him. This is her third time on probation. So she had a prior driving offense from 2020. So she wasn't pregnant at that time that we know of. Cannot blame postpartum. She just continues to violate. That's why I'm recommending the entire year. This is the third go around that we are dealing with her. And I have referred her to services with Catholic Human Services inside of the jail, so she can be set up with the resources she needs once she completes a jail sentence.
And that is why I'm not saying that postpartum depression is not a bad thing, and I'm not dismissing anybody who has suffered with it. But this woman is using it as an excuse for her violent conduct and her inability to regulate her emotions. And she just, when she became incarcerated, decided that since 2 of the occasions happened at 3 months after she had her child, that must be what I was going through. But there's no no documented clinical evidence that is what she was experiencing. She just self-concluded that. But you can't use that excuse when you have a third violent offense that occurred without any pregnancy. You're just a terrible human. That's what that boils down to. And you refuse to comply with court orders. We heard the magistrate tell you no contact. We heard the magistrate tell you no phone calls from the jail. No borrowing inmates' accounts to make phone calls. No texting, no nothing. Magistrate Rogers is very clear on that. We even said no smoke signals and no water in a bottle messages. I don't know if she went that route, but we'll see.
But she continues to not listen to the court's orders, and she continues to commit violent offenses against the same victim.
Yeah. So I have to agree with that. And, 4, 5, it looks like unsuccessful probations in the past. Just doesn't want to, so I don't think she's saying the same issues were going on back then when she was not successful. I think that she just says what she wants to say. Maybe she really has those issues. I don't know. They haven't been proven. I've seen no evidence of that. And it would be easy to show that. And it's interesting that once she gets in jail, then she figures out what's, going on with her. So, and I remember the first sentencing in this case, and another probation violation. It's the same kind of stuff. She was always going to do better. Had more than reasonable chances given to her. She had community corrections. Apparently she got through that. Is that right, Ms. Jacobs? Did she get through community corrections or not?
She did, but I've spoken to Ms. DeMont, and she barely made it through community corrections. And through a phone call, I do believe she mentions being at a tea house while on corrections and meeting the victim. And that's how she got pregnant with her current child that she just had.
Well, to be fair, she would have had to done more than just meet with the victim at the tea house. By the way, guys, what's a tea house? I have no idea.
All right. And this is a serious original charge. It was a felony involving a handgun, the victim's handgun. Yeah, I remember this. Threatened him with the handgun. I think it was while on Friday. So she's just has violent propensities. Again, she's been given many chances here. She doesn't use them and do what she's supposed to do and follow through like she says she wants to now. But it's really easy at this point because you're locked up facing a year in jail. Say, I want to leave jail with, something positive, some resources. Well, she's had her chance. So I'm going to revoke probation, preserve fines and costs, $150 attorney fee, 365 days jail with credit for time served. Maybe after that time in jail, she'll figure out how to not be a violent person. So, all right.
And Your Honor,
we're all set. Yeah.
At any point in the new sentence, is she eligible for community corrections?
Well, I don't know. We can review it, I guess, at that time. How do you feel about that, Ms. Jacobs?
I would say she's already had her chance. I would not let her be reviewed again. They've already helped her. She's not even complying right now in the jail with court orders. I don't see her being successful again. And she can do, like I said, Catholic Human Services. I've already referred her to Eileen. They can provide her with services inside of the jail to help her.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Asking for community corrections, you can do that in the new case. I don't know what would happen, but not here. So no community corrections. It's time to, do your time, and that's it. So you're all set, man. Good luck.
Oh man, Judge Stefka just revoked her a full year. Everyone's done with her. She has just used up every chance that she had.
All right, so the next matter is 1045. David Wazak, is he in jail? All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for being here, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir. All right, People versus David Michael Wazak, file 19-11-28 SM1. Date and time of a probation violation in this case. Mr. Wazak is here by Zoom for room D at the jail. Ms. Claxton's here by Zoom as his attorney. Ms. Jacobs is here by Zoom for probation. So it is the date and time of the probation violation matter. How would Mr. Wozniak be proceeding?
Your Honor, he'll be admitting the
All right. So, Mr. Wozniak, is it true you failed to comply with community service work, sir?
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
Is it true that you failed to do or finish your community service work when you were required to?
Yeah, I wasn't here. Yeah.
What? What'd you say? I didn't hear that.
Yes, I wasn't here. I had to go home because my dad was dying of severe dementia. So.
Okay, sorry to hear that. Where's home? What do you mean?
Well, from down by Detroit metro area.
All right, okay. And that you failed to report in person on July 25th of 2019 and ever since, right?
And wait, I went to the probation office twice and I told her that I had to leave. And that, I mean, that's not the same probation officer I saw. I saw a younger woman. And I told her what was going on. She said, well, then just, let us know and we'll make arrangements and you can somehow pay everything off. I don't know.
All right, and then as of that same date, July 25th, 2019, you just absconded from probation, left, and didn't do anything more, right?
Yeah, I couldn't. I had to go back home. I had no other way to do that.
All right. So accept the plea, enter a guilty finding. I think I just saw you last week, I think, being arraigned by the magistrate. Looks like you've got another case, which is 19-1344 SM, breaking and entering without owner's permission, right? So that was you. You just were arraigned last week, right?
Right. Yeah, I wasn't there though, but yeah, that's all.
All right. And then it looks like you got a new felony charge in the 41B district court. It's brand new. Possession of analogs and domestic violence.
The domestic violence was dropped. The domestic violence was dropped today. But I have to go back for the other case, which that'll be taken care of too. But I have to go back for it. I just started working a new job too about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
All right. And then lastly, probation says you're no longer a candidate for probation because you've been absconded for over 4 years. Well, Ms. Claxton, any comments you'd like to make?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, it looks like this case is a 2019 case, and it looks like there was a delay on a trespass, which is a little unusual to see. I think he's kind of explained what happened. He went back downstate to take care of his ill father. He has been able to gain employment, and unfortunately, he has an outstanding 2019 case that he now has to deal with, and then the unfortunate felony charge as well. We've seen the recommendations. We certainly understand that he doesn't qualify for the delay anymore, and that probably probation doesn't make sense moving forward. It is recommended that he serve a significant jail term. I think he's got 14 days in on a 30-day misdemeanor. So I would argue that I guess that's a significant jail sentence considering the charge. And then, of course, he's got these 2 other cases to deal with, which quite frankly are, for lack of a better term, bigger fish to fry in the long run. So we'd ask for the court to consider just a time served sentence in this case today.
All right. So, Mr. Wazak, what would you like to say?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I want to get back to work because I can't lose my job. Or I won't be able to pay anything. And I just started working at 101 WIF radio back in Ferndale, Michigan, which is just outside of Royal Oak. And I've been dealing with a lot of health issues. I've got gallbladder problems. I've got MRSA infection in my head right now, and just all kinds of health issues going on. But I'm the domestic charge case. I just found out from my family that it was dropped, so that's not a problem anymore. And I can get back home, get back to work, and we are planning on getting married at the end of this year at some point. So, and she might be pregnant, but I don't know. So yeah, if I can, I just like to get work. That's my main thing is.
How'd you get picked up on this bench warrant and end up back here in jail?
They came all the way to pick me up. I was held there from the 15th till they picked me up. That was 15th was a Friday. I was held till a Monday night, and then they drove all the way back. They were great, and you had two great road depths. They're good. They drive very fast, but yeah, they're good.
Well, that's what I was wondering, because these warrants probably had 50-mile limits, I think.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it happened. So you got arrested on the felony downstate, and Traverse City was made known. It was made known to Traverse City. Right. These warrants, and they came and got you. All right. Okay. So what's your bond in the illegal entry case that you arraigned on last week in front of the magistrate?
$250.
Did you request a lawyer in that case?
It was for the hearing. Whoever they're going to appoint to me. Yeah, it's going to be my attorney here. I'm sorry.
So you're appointed, Ms. Claxton?
I am, Your Honor. I was appointed here the same as this case. So there's a pretrial conference, I believe, on April 11th.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will be closer. I'll be closer to Traverse City because we have a home in Harrisville, which is about, I don't know, 80 miles away, maybe.
Okay.
We drive that back and forth. And that's on McCackney Road, right by Sturgeon Point Lighthouse.
All right. Well, okay. So, I mean, you've absconded for 4 years. I understand you had to go downstate to take care of your father, but you should have left probation.
I told the probation officer. I told her at the time.
But you can't just, I mean, I don't know if that happened, but if you did, you don't then just take off for 4 years. I mean, it's not like probation said, well, okay, well, you don't have to finish probation. So anyway, I'm going to file the recommendation to rescind the delay of sentence, revoke probation unsuccessfully, preserve fines and costs, and I'm going to order 30 days jail credit for all time served. So if you're going to stay in jail till April 11 with credit and the days up to April 11. Hang on.
Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry.
You only have 5 more days by my calculation to go in this case. All right. So once those 5 days have passed, you can post the 250 in the other case. But if you do, you need to make sure you appear for everything in the case. Okay.
Okay. So what do I owe then? I'm trying to figure out so I can make sure that when I get my check, I can pay it. I can pay it with a debit credit card over the phone.
Well, that's fine. You can go online and look up your account and pay online with a credit card. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
you're all set. What?
I didn't know my phone costs. Can I talk to my attorney? Is there a way I can?
Sure. Yep. Hang on. I'll put you in a breakout room.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Let's see.
We'll be coming back here a couple times a year. We're going to move in Michael Moore, and we're working on a movie in on Mackinac Island too.
Okay. So the breakout room is set up way different than I have ever seen it. Would you be able to put Ms. Claxton, Mr. Wozak in a breakout room?
Yeah, I can.
It's not, because it's not seeming to work.
Computers, huh?
And that is the ultimate face right there. I think that face explains everything. Yeah, I am completely confused about the MRSA in the head thing. Because from what I know of MRSA, I knew someone who had MRSA. They had a pimple that popped on their abdomen, and they had to have a skin graft of their entire abdomen, and they lost their belly button, like completely lost a belly button because of it. So it's not something that that it's just, oh, I'm on an antibiotic for it. I do hear it's really common in jails and prisons, though. So, I mean, maybe, but from what I understand, it's a complete mask and gown type of thing. It's very, very contagious. Yeah, yeah, see, I'm not crazy. I am not crazy. That Jim Tidekey, that might be an option. That might be an option.
Hello.
Hello, what's your name?
Lindsay Cotton.
All right, Mr. Cotton, you have multiple failures to appear on shoplifts and obstructing the highway out of justice court. So I'm going to appoint Adam Waters to represent you, hold you on a $500 bond, and tell you not to go back to any of the incident locations, and your next court date will be May 7th at 1 p.m.
So that means I'm in here?
You
Are you
are.
letting me go?
No.
Those were supposed to be taken care of when I got out of prison in almost a month ago.
Okay, well, they're not. They're all warrants, so I'll let Mr. Waters figure that out for you. You also have a new criminal trespass and criminal damage from today, so I'm going to order you not to come back to that location, and then you need to come to city court on May 29th at 9 o'clock, or a warrant will issue for your arrest.
One more question. I'm not trying to make you upset, but would they have released me from prison if I had all those warrants in justice and city court?
Yeah, they would. They would.
They would release you with
Warrants, yeah. I think just misdemeanors they would, so, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sir. Hi.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Joe Henry Christos, Your Honor.
All right, you are charged from today with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous incident and criminal trespass in the first degree. And counsel, the state's asking for a $25,000 bond. Did you want to be heard?
That is ridiculous.
Yes, please. Hang on.
Not you.
Your Honor, we understand the state's asking for 25,000 and the reasons behind it, Your Honor, but Mr. Carrizosa has no failures to appear in the last 2 years. He's lived in Tucson 58 years and he is employed full-time. Your Honor, given those factors, we ask the court to consider a secured bond of $5,000.
Your Honor, I have my own house and I have my own job. I was protecting my brother. I was a
All right, given that the risk assessment puts him in the maximum possible category, I am going to appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Carrizosa, order him not to have any contact with the victim, not to return to the incident location, no firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm gonna hold him on a $2,500 cash or secured bond. 25,000, did I say? That's what I meant. $25,000 cash or secured, and release to pretrial services if on disposted, and the preliminary hearing will be May 15th. at 1:30. And then, Mr. Carrizosa, you have criminal trespass, misconduct involving firearms or weapons, and resisting arrest from 2018 that you haven't appeared on. So I'm going to appoint the city public defender to represent you on that one. And if you're released, you need to come to court June 4th at 2:00. Otherwise, your public defender will tell you when to come.
That's not me, because I that's not me.
You can talk with your city public
Something's
defender.
wrong here, man. That's not me, Your Honor. Somebody's just.
So the attorney can talk
Well,
to
your
you.
city public defender can figure that out.
Why can't you leave, brother?
Mr. Mucciarino, I did not speak with because the jail said, well, anyway, he was not real interested in talking to me. I said, well, rather than me spending time on that now, let's just wait till we have the magistrate and we'll see.
Okay, thank you.
Magistrate.
Good afternoon, may I have your name, please?
Randy Lee Mucciarino, and I'm a junior.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mucciarino. We're on the record in case number 24-1221FY. Sir, you're appearing for arraignment purposes this afternoon, both in the underlying charges as well as on a bench warrant for failing to appear. Ms. Mistley is the defense attorney available through the Indigent Defense Counsel here to assist you with the arraignment. She's not yet had an opportunity to speak with you. So I'm going to ask to put you and Ms. Mistley in a breakout room, a place where you can have a private conversation with her so that she can go over the issues regarding the arraignment before we begin. Is that okay?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
I will likely scoot over to circuit court when I'm done speaking with him, depending on how long it takes.
Okay. We will wait for your return.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Mucciarino, I'm going to just put you in the waiting room until I see that Ms. Mistley's come back, okay?
Yeah.
It's
just a little, can I add something? Ma'am?
You know, you have a right to remain silent, and that's really a golden rule.
Well, I've already, like, I was arrested for trespassing on the 15th that we're, like, the situation that we're talking about. And literally, they were in the wrong, so they had to let it go. Like,
Okay,
all
no,
of that,
we don't. You should talk to your attorney about that. But we're on the record here, and so you don't want to say anything that might not be in your best interest, okay? So just put you back in the waiting room until Ms. Mistley's here.
All right.
Thank you, and welcome back. So we're back on the record in case number 24-1221FY. Ms. Mistley, did you have opportunity to review the allegations of the complaint, nature of the offense, and the possible maximum penalties with Mr. Mucciarino?
I did, and we will waive a formal reading of the felony complaint and a plea of not guilty and request the assignment of counsel.
You're dismissed, right?
Pardon me?
Those charges are dismissed because there was no warrant.
Mr. Mucciarino, I have been in contact with the prosecutor's office, as I told you I would be, and they have not dismissed the charges.
Well, those charges couldn't exist because they didn't have a warrant to enter my room.
Mr. Mucciarino, do you wish to have a court-appointed attorney to represent you in this case?
I'll represent myself.
I'm going to remind you that you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say, orally or in writing, can be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questioning. If you could not afford an attorney, the court would appoint one at public expense. You have the right to have the attorney present during all subsequent court proceedings. You have the right to a preliminary examination. In this case, the preliminary examination will be scheduled for April 2nd. It's at 11 a.m. with Judge Cooney. Also, on March 26th, You would have a probable cause conference at 2 p.m. Ms. Mistley, is there information? Well, let's talk about the bench warrant on the failure to appear. Did you have opportunity to speak with Mr. Mucciarino about that?
I did, and he absolutely denies any knowledge of prior arraignment dates. The address listed on the felony complaint, he has not resided at that address in 2 years. He was completely unaware of any arraignment. So he would enter a plea of not guilty to that.
So, Mr. Mucciarino, you have the right to a hearing when you plead not guilty, and you have the right to have an attorney represent you at the hearing with regard to the failure to appear. So, do you wish to have an attorney, or will you be representing yourself at that hearing as well?
I guess I'll work alongside her.
Okay, it would not be, sir, it would not be me. But I would strongly urge you to request an attorney to assist you with this entire matter. It's serious.
That's the thing. I have all the paper. Excuse me. I have all the paperwork that says it was dismissed and everything, so I can. If you give me a PR bond to get out to bring it back the paperwork right now, I can literally do that, Judge.
So that's not something that I'm going to do, and that's something you should work out with your attorney. You should discuss that with your attorney. I need to know if you're going to hire an attorney, if you're going to represent yourself, or if you are going to request a court-appointed attorney.
I guess I'll hire one, or court-appointed, or myself. It doesn't matter, Judge. I have the paperwork that literally, like, all I need to do is go get it.
So if you wish to request a court-appointed attorney, I need to place you under oath and ask you some questions. Would you please raise your right hand? And you swear that the information you're about to give me will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, and you're welcome to lower your hand. Mr. Mucciarino, what is your phone number?
231.
And what is your mailing address?
Currently I'm homeless.
Do you have an email address?
At gmail.com.
Are you working?
No, I'm not currently.
Were you receiving any sort of assistance or income?
My family's been giving me money.
Do you own a vehicle?
Yes, I do.
What is the estimated value of the vehicle?
Less than $500.
And do you have any money in a checking account or savings account, any cash on hand, any digital currency?
No, ma'am.
So we'll appoint an attorney for you. You will be remanded to jail until the time of the hearing with regard to the fail to appear. With regard to the underlying charges.
I didn't know I had court, ma'am. Because I don't live at that address, so I never was called. I was never anything, because I believe that I even got the evidence and everything from the police post that all the charges were dropped. I swear on everything. I can literally go get you the paperwork and everything, ma'am.
Okay, but Ms. Mistley has indicated that she was in contact with the prosecutor's office and that the prosecuting attorney's office did not decline charges.
Ma'am, if you can give me a PR bond, so I can go and grab the paperwork, I'll bring it right back to you today.
Well, I'm sorry that I am not going to do that. Your criminal history, as well as the allegations in this case.
What's the allegations?
Ms. Mistley discussed that with you?
Huh?
Ms. Mistley went over that with you.
All those charges have been canceled and dismissed. There was no warrant.
Okay.
That's the thing. I've seen the paperwork here. Those charges are dismissed.
Sir, they have not been dismissed. I was in direct communication with the prosecutor's office after I spoke with you.
They
in
didn't
the-
have a warrant to enter. They didn't have a warrant. They couldn't do that.
Okay, that's a different,
Period.
that is a different.
No, it's
legal
not.
issue. Okay.
You have,
Okay,
you
well,
can't.
Listen, sir, there are other circumstances where they may be able to enter even if they don't have a warrant. You know, for instance, if they approach and somebody's screaming for help, they can go in if they don't even have a warrant. If they're talking to you at your door and they visibly see drug paraphernalia sitting on your counter, they can enter without a warrant because of something in plain view. There may be circumstances that you just can't comprehend. So you should probably get that lawyer and keep your mouth shut.
you will be remanded to jail until the time of the hearing with regard to the failure to
When
appear.
is that?
Yeah.
When is the hearing, please?
I'm sorry?
When is
I
the
don't know
hearing?
that. You're
Dude,
pleading not guilty on the failure to appear bench warrant.
I can't. I don't have a bond.
Correct.
Why?
You failed to appear for arraignment.
No, there.
Your
Nobody gave
criminal
me any.
history speaks for itself.
Ma'am, I did not have any. I swear on everything. I did not have any notice of coming here because I literally came to jail on a trespassing, and literally was let out. All those charges were dismissed on January 15th. Literally, they didn't have a warrant for the room. I had a room.
We're not, this
I
is
wasn't-
not the place that we're going to argue the facts of the case or the legality of the
Well,
issue
it's
here.
frivolous. It's literally frivolous, ma'am. Like, these charges are dismissed. I can go get you the paperwork right now. Like, I'm not
Maybe you
even
can be
lying
in touch
about
with your family who is assisting you and giving you money. Maybe they would be able to access that information that you could get to your attorney.
Ma'am, please, can
You're
I
all
get
set.
up? Yeah. What do you mean?
You're all set, Mr. Trino. You'll be remanded until the time of the bench warrant hearing.
Okay. What bench warrant? This way.
And who's the next one, Your Honor, on your list?
Mr. Bell.
Bell? No. Mr. Bell, when you walk in, just state your name for the court.
Lucas Bell.
Good afternoon. Mr. Bell, we are on the record in case number 23-9626FY. So you're appearing for arraignment purposes this afternoon. You're appearing with Mr. Jarbo, the defense attorney available through the Indigent Defense Counsel here to assist you.
Yes, ma'am.
Jarbo, did you have opportunity to review the allegations on the complaint, nature of the offense, and the possible maximum penalties with Mr. Bell?
I did. We reviewed the felony complaint. He's aware of the single charge in the habitual offender notice. So he is aware of the potential maximum penalties under Michigan law. He would waive further reading of the felony complaint and ask that a plea of not guilty be entered. We did discuss his right and options regarding an attorney. It's his intent, once released, to retain his own attorney to assist him.
Mr. Bell, I'm going to remind you that you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say orally or in writing can be used against you. You have the right
Yes,
to
ma'am.
have an attorney present during any questioning, and if you could not afford an attorney, the court would appoint one at public expense. You have the right to have the attorney present during all subsequent court proceedings. You have the right to a preliminary examination. In this case, it would be scheduled for March 26th at 11 a.m. with Judge Stepka. Also, on March 19th, 2 p.m., you would have a probable cause conference. Mr. Jarbo, do you have information that you would like me to know regarding bond?
Well, yes. I mean, I see the date of offense on this matter is almost a year ago, May of 2023. It's a property crime. He is well employed. He's been working at a construction company now for the last 5 years. As the proxies indicate, there has been a history of substance abuses, but He has indicated he's been sober and continues to be since January of this year. So I think he would be an appropriate candidate for a PR bond with appropriate conditions. Thank you.
Do you know how Mr. Bell came into contact with a police officer? Was he arrested on any new charges?
There
or
are no
did he
new
turn himself
charges.
in?
Yeah, there are no new charges. I think I did ask Lucas what had happened. Did they just come to where you're living? Is that what it was?
They came to a friend of mine thought that somebody was breaking in their house and called the police. And when they got there, they ran my name and I had the warrant.
You just happened to be there when the police?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's no additional new charges or any other?
No, sir.
I think I did ask, and Lucas, you can confirm you have no other reason to be in jail at this point.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Also,
hold on.
Can I just add real quick? I'm sorry to interrupt.
That would suck. Going over to your buddy's house and your buddy thinking someone's breaking in and calling the cops, and you just happen to have a warrant. Whoopsies.
What is it that you want to say?
I help take care of my cousin who has muscular sclerosis. He's been pretty much by himself except for my neighbor popping in and out of him out of the apartment since Friday, and I'm really concerned about getting back home to check on him and change his bedding and whatnot.
Okay.
Well, you haven't been in jail since Friday.
Ma'am, I have. I'm sorry, what is today? I'm sorry. I'm
Today's
just coming by.
Tuesday. Today's
I'm sorry.
Tuesday.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My cousin is alone though, and I'm concerned about getting back home to him.
So, well, it very much concerns me. If you've been in jail since Friday, obviously there are other issues. You've not been in jail for this complaint since Friday. So what else have you been in jail for?
For Otsego County, don't you?
Oh, I apologize. I didn't make a note, but he tells me is there a hold on you from Otsego County for some reason?
No. I was just let go from Otsego County. Did I not? I might have misunderstood. Okay. I misunderstood. Can we? What do we need? What questions?
Well, why don't we stop? Why don't we do this? Maybe less is more at this point. It's difficult when you start talking about things that you haven't spoken to me about. So let's just do this real simply.
Okay.
When were you transferred to the Grand Traverse County Jail?
This morning, sir.
Okay. Did you come from your home? Did you get arrested?
No, no, sir. I came from Otsego County.
Okay.
I thought everybody did that. Okay.
Why were you in the Otsego County Jail?
Okay, I was in Otsego County. I have a possession of meth charge from prior to this incident last year, from May of last year, 2023.
All right.
And when are you in the court process?
Yeah.
And I was released on a personal bond from Otsego County and brought over to here this morning.
Okay.
I thought everybody knew that.
No, and Your Honor, it doesn't show up on the praxis either.
Okay.
At least not the one that was provided. All right, let's just stop. Let's just stop at this point. Okay, let's let the magistrate, if she has any further questions, she'll ask.
Oh, yes, sir.
So it was your first appearance in Otsego County Court for that case from May of last year?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so they placed you on a bond and your next court appearance over there is for a preliminary examination, is that right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you testing? Did they give you any requirements as far as bond is concerned for testing?
I have to call my community corrections as soon as I get out of here, and she's going to tell me my bond conditions. I have no
Otsego
problem.
County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I have no problem testing anything.
right. Okay, so you're going to hire your own attorney, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My dad will help me hire an attorney. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, you need to do that as quickly as possible. Again, the
Okay.
preliminary examination date is March 26th, and that's coming up very quickly. On March
Yes, ma'am.
19th, your attorney will need to be able to properly represent you at that probable cause conference as well. Sounds like
Okay.
you have some issues that are going on in a couple of different counties, so you need to make sure that you're keeping everything coordinated and you know, all of your court dates and all of that in line.
Okay.
But Mr. Bell, I believe that I'm pretty concerned, frankly, about your ability to make your court appearances. I know that you may not have been aware that there was an outstanding warrant in this county. Your bond is going to be a 10% bond. Conditions on this bond are that you may not use nor possess any alcohol, any illegal substance, any controlled substance, including marijuana, any mind or mood altering substances, or any non-prescribed medication. You're going to provide a list of your current prescriptions to the district court clerk. You will you will have an immediate urine screen and 4 times per month urine screens hereafter. You would also submit to discretionary PBTs and discretionary urine screens whenever requested by a police officer or any court personnel, so you may not refuse. You'll have no contact with any known felon. You may not use nor possess any drug paraphernalia. You may not return to the Shell gas station on South Airport Road. You may not have any threatening, intimidating, harassing, or violent behavior towards any person. You'll be respectful of all court employees and care providers during the course of your case. You may not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, registration, and insurance, nor with the presence of any alcohol, any illegal substance, or any controlled substance, even that which might be prescribed to you.
Ma'am, could you please reconsider my personal bond? Ma'am, please. I'm not a flight risk. I'm gainfully employed and I've had the same residence for over a year, ma'am.
Okay, so Mr. Bell, the bond is what it is.
Okay.
And you'll need to make sure that you don't leave jail without the referral form regarding the testing requirements.
Okay.
Mr. Jarbo, do you have any questions?
No.
Mr. Bell, I want to verify contact. Hold on. I want to verify your contact information. So what's your phone number? And what is your mailing address?
Apartment 2A,
What city?
Traverse City, Michigan.
Thank you. You're all set.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right, so we'll call the case of People versus Dalton Gooden, file 21-4854 SM1. This is the date and time of a probation violation hearing. So Mr. Gooden is here by Zoom from jail. He's unmuted now. Ms. Claxton's here by Zoom. Ms. Jacobs is here by Zoom for the people, for probation, sorry. So Ms. Claxton, how would Mr. Gooden then be proceeding?
Your Honor, he'll be admitting the violations.
All right. So Mr. Gooden, is it true you failed to sign up and complete the retail fraud class as of
Yes,
June
sir.
22nd? June 22nd, though, 22, right?
Yes, sir.
Failed to complete 2 days of community service, right?
Yes, sir.
Failed to report for probation April, May, June, and July of 2022, and then absconded from probation after that. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so accept the pleas, enter guilty findings. In terms of sentencing then, are there comments, Ms. Claxton?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, in speaking with Mr. Gooden regarding what was going on at this time, This is a 2021 case. He stated that unfortunately his family was hit hard with COVID. He reported that his aunt actually passed away, and he almost lost his grandparents. He wasn't able to work during this time. He is very remorseful, not only for not being able to finish this probation, but also for the original charge. He has a couple of children, and he realizes, this probably affects them the most. He does report that he is working now. He thinks that he could pay his fines and costs off soon. This is his only adult charge, and he hasn't picked up any new charges since this case. I did have a chance to review the original pre-sentence report because I represented Mr. Gooden in the underlying. It does note some mental health issues, and so just as an attorney, of course, I'm not an expert on mental health, but I certainly wonder if that played a part in his ability to put this probation together. At that time, it wasn't recommended that he be put on probation, just that he get a short jail sentence of 3 days, this being his only adult charge. And now, of course, we're sitting here today with a recommendation of 30 days in jail that was held in abeyance. And so we certainly understand that. The credit for time served in this case is calculated as of 3/22. So we would ask that, of course, he get credit through today. And I guess all things considered, Your Honor, we want to be respectful of the 30 days that was held in abeyance, but we would ask the court to consider a lesser sentence.
All right, thank you. So, Mr. Gooden, are there comments you'd like to make?
Yes, sir. So through this whole experience, I've definitely had to do a lot of growing up and thinking on my part, and it's just none of anything I did was worth it. And I am really sorry for, absconding for probation and not doing what I needed to do. This has been the hardest experience of my life. I've been away from my kids for 2 weeks now, and I feel like I'm dying inside without them. And I know that nobody can live above the law. And I see that now. And I was trying to be above the law, but it's just nobody is above the law.
How did you get picked up on this probation violation or warrant?
I was on my way home from work. I want to say it was close to 12:30 at night. My taillights weren't working on my car, so I got pulled over about 3 feet away from my driveway.
I see. Where do you work, Mr. Gooden?
I work at Wendy's out in Interlochen.
All right. So a couple things. One, when you were originally sentenced, the recommendation was for no probation and then just 3 days of jail and restitution. But for some reason, I must have been talked into giving you probation for some reason. And then, here we are, you didn't comply. Those issues that Ms. Claxton spoke about, you could have contacted your probation agent and explained you were having these issues, and probation would have worked with you.
Yes, sir.
I understand that. Additionally, even before the first violation, June 22nd, 22, your probation agent gave you a verbal warning about starting your community service work and retail fraud class, a verbal warning instead of violating your probation. And then February 23 of 2022, because you didn't get these things done, we gave you another chance, extended probation 3 more months. Now this is February of 22, over 2 years ago, gave you another chance to get these things done. Did hold 30 days over your head if you didn't comply, because you hadn't complied to that date yet, and then you still didn't do it. So those 30 days were still out there.
Yes, sir.
So, you leave me with really no choice, frankly. So sounds like you made some progress, but, I'm gonna stick to what I told you 2 years ago. That was 30 days. It will be with credit. So how much credit do you have? 20 some?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, So this will be short, but this was held in abeyance over 2 years ago. So it's 30 days jail credit for time served. You'll be out relatively soon because you have so much credit. Plus you might get some good time. I don't know. We'll revoke the probation. We'll preserve fines, costs, and any restitution. And that's $1,247.01. So you still owe on those. And if you don't pay on those, you'll have a show cause hearing. And if you don't have good reason for not paying, you can do up to 93 days more in jail as a contempt procedure, okay?
Yes, sir.
So the jail won't be too much longer. When you get out, keep working, take care of your family, and work on those fines and costs, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're all set, Mr. Gooden. So good luck going forward. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Ms. Claxton. Yeah, take care. Thanks, Ms. Jacobs.
I'm here, guys. Give me just 1 second. I'm taking heartburn medication and I'm very uncomfortable. And I'm asking the chat for info. Yeah, I didn't know. Oh, sheesh, you learn. You're right. I need to say holy cats because around here they're clearly Oh, let me see if it has it. Oh, I had popcorn shrimp tonight, and I make my own cocktail sauce because store-bought and cocktail sauce sucks. And I really like horseradish, but it's not liking me back. Ingredients. So active ingredient in each, ranitidine. It's the generic. It doesn't have, there's no peel away, and it doesn't say any other ingredients. So maybe this one is safe. It doesn't have any other ingredients listed whatsoever, not even inactive ingredients. So maybe this one doesn't have that N word. And when I say that N word, guys, just so everybody knows that I'm not being, it's nitrosodimethylamine. That's the word. No, this just says ranitidine hydrochloride USP 168 milligrams or ranitidine 150 milligrams. So but I mean it is it is old. I read an article that said that pill form medications are actually good for 15 to 20 years after the expiration date, and basically saying the expiration date is bupkis. Now, I know that's not true in all cases, and I know that a lot of compositions break down over time. But it was a scientific article. It was in a medical journal that I read. So, like, that's why I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the expiration dates as much. I know I should, but I mean, they got expiration dates on water, for crying out loud. I mean, and I know in that case, it's more about the rate of the plastic breaking down. But, come on, there's an expiration date on water. So, there's TikToks of people playing like Egyptian holy music and seeing how their cats react. It's kind of cute. It is kind of cute. Well, traffic needs to absolutely stop. Like, they can't be disturbed. They are truly holy. The vehicles need to stop and just wait for the cows in the road. It's crazy to me. I get it. It's their religious practice and they're free to practice whatever they believe. But I would not personally wait for a cow in the road. I would get out of my car and tell the cow to move. You tell me everything's bad for me. If I listened to you, I wouldn't be allowed to have anything. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and there's in some countries rats are protected under religious practices where rats are allowed to freely roam, like you're eating and a rat comes up and shares your plate. I mean, yikes. Yeah, I don't typically take anything long term. Yeah. And that's what. Oh wait, no, this was Zantac. Yeah, this is Zantac. I had my choice of ranitidine or omeprazole, and the only reason I questioned it is the omeprazole said that it takes like 24 hours. It said it would work the next day or up to a week or something like that, and I was like, I don't want to wait. I want relief now, but I don't have any Pepsid. Oh yeah, mint is like a natural remedy. I've heard people using that. The other one is papaya. There are papaya enzyme capsules that you can buy at Walmart. They're chewables and they taste like candy. Those actually worked really well. I gave them all to my daughter when she left, though. I don't have those anymore. I wish I did. I need to order some more. Ooh, 2025. Well, I guess I'll have to buy a new bottle, but I think I'm just going to buy Pepsid. Yeah. Yeah. I believe that. I believe it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, I know of someone who works in the veterinarian field and they use expired medications, particularly gabapentin. Antibiotics are not good to be stored longer, and medications that have acids in them break down quickly. Yeah, it absolutely depends on the med. I did say that. I said I know some have components that break down over time, but it's true. I mean, it really just depends on what it is. Absolutely. favorable contaminants infiltrating water that's stored too long that the plastic shrinks and allows mold in. Oh my. This is absolutely not what I was expecting. It is actually, absolutely. That's how it was discovered. A very, very messy scientist. And he noticed that mold wasn't growing, or that the bacteria wasn't growing around mold that had accrued on an orange peel, I believe it was, if I remember correctly. But his lab office was disgusting. But you know what? One of the greatest scientific discoveries ever came of it. So, silver linings, guys. Silver linings. Jerry says omeprazole is best. Zantac bad. Omeprazole good. Some cultures believe cockroaches bring good luck. Well, please give me the list and I will never go there. No. No, 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 no. There was one day, oh my gosh, it was, I think it was fall, I believe. And a bug crawled up from behind the stove and it had really long tentacle thingies, not tentacle thingies, antennae thingies. And my daughter goes, "Mom, what is that?" And I said, "Something we never want to see." And I squashed it and I jumped in the van and I went to Family Dollar and I bought cockroach spray and Raid and these little traps. And then like I had that moment of clarity and I'm like, I Googled how to tell if it's a cockroach and are there any bugs that look like cockroaches that are seen in Wisconsin this time of year and blah, blah, blah. So it explained that cockroaches have a hard exterior shell and that when you crush them, you will hear them crunch. Well, the one that I crushed was soft-bodied, very soft-bodied. And apparently crickets, or not crickets, maybe it was crickets. There's something that strongly resembles a cockroach. And it's a soft-bodied insect, and that is what I killed. And so I still bought the Raid. But I was very assured that it was not a cockroach. Because, you know, if you see one, there are thousands more. That's the rule, right? So I was paranoid. I was freaking out. I don't like bugs like that. No, I like them outside. I don't, you know, I all the spiders in the world, I'll even feed them. I will capture flies and throw them in the web. But in my house, they are not my friends. Not so true. Not so true. I found some stuff that I shared with my mom probably 10 years prior. Oh yeah, it expires. You just don't ever let it get to that way. I have none of the above currently. Yep, I finished off. I had a whole bag of Pink Lady apples and I ate them. And I don't keep bananas around here unless I'm planning banana bread. And I don't chew gum. I am not drinking that, Jerry. Not happening. Have I ever told you how happy I am you are a part of my life? You big goon. All right, guys. I am. You mean the stink bug? More accurately, the brown. It starts with an M. I want to say marmoladed, but that's not correct. Hold on. Brown. Marmorated. I'm right. Not marmoladed. Marmorated. The brown marmorated stink bug. I hate them. I'm deathly allergic to that smell that they give off when they're killed. Or when Earl tries to play with them when they're climbing on the wall. Yeah. The brown marmorated stink bug, it will cause like this immediate asthma attack that like I can smell them like 3 rooms away. I know because my airway closes before I smell them. Not going. Nope, neither. In fact, I'll pretty much just avoid the whole southern part of the country, just in general. Anywhere that it's warm all year long, nope. I live in Wisconsin where the wind burns my face during the winter because I know it kills off the big bugs. And there's no alligators. You know, win-win. Oh my. My daughter has a friend who's allergic to pineapple. It's rare that I hear of fruit allergies, so that always makes me take a step back. Like I would hate that absolutely because I'm such a fruit bat. I love fruit so much. Like I could live off of it. If I had my way, that's all I would eat would be fruit. I've tried to make ginger tea before, and I've gotten sick off of it because it's super, super, super spicy, and apparently I don't know how to do it right. That's the pheromones. Bed bugs give the same smell along with tree bugs? Yuck. Well, I know I don't have bed bugs because I can breathe. Thank you, sweetie. I will keep that in mind. All right, guys. I'm going to go because I'm very uncomfortable. My tummy's making lots of grumbly noises, and I'm glad you don't hear them. I more feel them than hear them, and I don't want it to come to a point where you do hear them. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you guys so much. I had a lot of fun tonight. You guys are the absolute best. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.